Other M issue 12. We see a Birdmobian from an Echidna Towers going to casually walk into his car when he gets greeted by Harry in his cab, and he happily asks him how his wife is doing. Harry mentions cheerfully that his account got a mysterious boost the other day, the same day that his wife was sick. Harry is told that someone must like his work, and he starts driving. They complain about how the rebellion was almost making some headway, talking about a newspaper report of the rebel base being destroyed, and complain some more about things being rough for non-Echidnas. But if Knuckles hates all Echidnas, or almost all, then why is he letting them live in his city? We see Antoine, Rotor, Bean, and Bunny looking sad, and Bean is silent, too unhappy to give them some words of wisdom. Rotor says that it's the team's fault they got attacked because they got careless, and Antoine gets into a fight with him for insulting the team. You know, maybe the base never would have gotten attacked if this Rotor hadn't been completely useless and actually invented something that could have given their base an early warning system for an attack. I don't understand why they're not yelling at Amy, since she should have been able to teleport Bark out of the mountain just fine. But yeah, I don't see how it's the team's fault they got attacked. The fight is interrupted when Bean climbs up the ladder. Sonic then gives his team a motivational speech, and oh, apparently I was supposed to know that Bark was holding up the entire mountain earlier, not just one boulder. Almost all of the team cheer from his speech, and then Sonic sees Bean moping in the corner in a fetal position. Sonic says that it's kind of dangerous to be out in the open like this, and Bean has the reasoning that since the building is smaller than the adjacent ones, the Legion won't bother. That's insane troll logic. After a silence, he compliments Sonic for his speech and says he has a plan. Then we see narration of that same bird guy who was talking to Harry, explaining that his father was one of the first refugees from the Guardians' assault and founded a business on the island with a nice Echidna before the persecution went full swing. They owned each half of the business equally, and when he died, the Echidna gave his half to the bird guy's father, and he left him everything he owned within his business, his economic empire. He explains that he doesn't know what's kept the Guardian from taking what's his. Yeah, that especially makes no sense because he's not an Echidna. But he's not going to take the injustice quietly regardless, and he says out loud that he'll fight the Guardian. It turns out this was Predator Hawk, who says that he's taking on Knuckles as his prey. That's gutsy of him. Also, you'd think that if Knuckles was a dictator in a Legion-ruled city, that there would be microphone cameras everywhere, and so someone would hear him say that and keep him from doing anything. Meanwhile, at a parade, Mighty thinks hypocrites. They cheer the deaths of non-Echidnas and praise the non-Echidna who doesn't. He thinks about how he hates the people of the city since they'd hate him for even looking at the Guardian wrong. Meanwhile, Bean reminds Sonic of the plan to stir the crowd into a panic and get off the streets. Sonic tells him to be careful, and then he gets startled by Amy showing up, probably teleporting there in a beam of light. She tells him to wait a minute and let the new contender play his hand first. She warps away. Bean says she freaks him out, and there's an explosion that makes some Echidnas run away scared. Sonic asks how Amy did that, as I wonder why he'd assume a psychic with no connection to explosive powers would do that, and not just assume it was some unknown agent. Sonic tells Bean to take a shot, while he'll take to the building. Bean throws a bomb near a crowd, and when he gets cornered by some Echidnas, he throws some more, and gets carried by Predator Hawk flying around wanting to help him. It's really interesting. First we see Bean as a hero in another universe, and then Bark, and now Predator Hawk. It's kind of like this is the anti-verse, only the freedom fighters are all sort of good guys, just not as good. Bean throws some more bombs, and Knuckles intimidates Tails by saying that he thought he destroyed the rebellion, getting him to flinch looking scared as he said that he just destroyed their base. Then Sonic shows running in front of him, and I really can't believe that Sonic is surprised that the Guardian is Knuckles. I mean, really? Who else would it be? It's not like you're in a different time period in the zone, because everyone else's counterparts are here. I guess he went into denial that it was him. Knuckles threatens Sonic, and Tails throws some lasers at Sonic. Knuckles says that he would have killed Tails if he hadn't done that, and Tails says that he'll get back into his good graces by brutally killing Sonic. Sonic stutters Tails' name, horrified, naturally. But before anything else can come of it, Predator Hawk rescues Sonic as he looks depressed and flies away with him and Beam. Later, Fiona tells Sonic that he'll heal soon, and Sonic says that she'll never understand why he's upset. He then shudders, looking sad at the thought that in this universe, both Tails and Knuckles are evil, with no explanation as to why, like they have terrible parents. This issue is by Ian Flynn, and it's about Amy panicking the crowd at the anti-rebellion parade because she caused an explosion. Sure, just give her any power, why don't you? I really don't see how this could benefit the heroes, though. I mean, it tells the people in Knuckles that the heroes are still alive, but you'd think the heroes would benefit more from keeping a low profile. Like, it's not like it killed the Guardian. And why can't she just do that, then? If she can teleport, you'd think that she would be able to just kill the Guardian. Like, that's the same... Like, why can't Sally in this universe do that? And then Predator Hawk helps Bee and Sonic out with his flying. At one point, Sonic meets Knuckles and Tails firsthand, and after being surprised for some reason that the Guardian is Knuckles, no shit, he has a surprisingly subdued reaction at the revelation that this universe's Tails is evil, only getting to stutter his name before Predator Hawk saves him. And a good thing he saved him too, because fighting Tails would be hard on Sonic. All he ever did to Miles was make him dizzy and hit him with a homing attack once. But, like, it's a shame, like, we never got to see Sonic, like, have a lengthy conversation with this Tails, like, try to figure out why he's the way he is. Although, he's probably totally violently insane at this point, maybe from being bullied before he met Knuckles, so maybe that would be a completely fruitless conversation. Still, it feels like a missed opportunity. That's not how I would imagine it going.